Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Thursday, 19 June. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to cover another update brief on the Iran-Israel conflict. A Russian, Putin, saying that he's open to talks with Merz and Zelensky, and the US has resumed student visas but demands access to social media. So firstly, the IRGC said it fired hypersonic missiles at Israel in the latest round of strikes overnight between the two countries. Some of these, I think I recently just posted a video of one of them that struck a large apartment complex pretty clearly and caused significant damage. I think it injured 40 people. There's also a video of a strike on a hospital in Beersheba that reportedly caused casualties. The IDF said that warplanes had struck an Iranian centrifuge production site in Tehran, along with a number of weapons factories and a latest series of strikes. The first plane, carrying Israelis who were stranded abroad because of flight cancellations, has also landed in Ben Gurion Airport. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations said that the country would respond strongly to Israel's aggression, as well as the United States, should it join hostilities. With what army? The UN nuclear watchdog said that it had information that two facilities in Iran that made centrifuge parts had been hit. When US President Donald Trump said Iran had approached him to re-enter the negotiations over the country's nuclear program. That's pretty funny. He also said he has not yet made a decision on whether to order the US military to join the Israeli campaign in Iran. And lastly, the Iranian Foreign Ministry summoned the German ambassador to Tehran, unlikely to visit, due to remarks made by Chancellor Friedrich Merz by saying that Israel was doing the dirty work of the West that we all needed. So what? There definitely appears to be more confirmed strikes by the IRGC in the latest rounds of strikes. It's possible that they've used more of their hypersonic missiles in an attempt to actually have an effect on Israel and try and, bring some parity in the conflict, bring some morale back to their forces. But outside of that, it just seems to be more of the same. Israel was going around striking critical locations, and Iran is attempting to fire missiles back towards Israel that are mostly getting intercepted. I have seen other reports that Israel was starting to run out of interception missiles, which could be a big challenge. It also could possibly be why we're now seeing more strikes actually land in Tel Aviv, sorry. But yeah, outside of that, more of the same. Trump's rhetoric hasn't backed down, so he doesn't look like he's attempting to reign in Israel anytime soon, and we're continuing forward. And next, Russian President Vladimir Putin said he was open to speaking to the German Chancellor as well as meeting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during a midnight meeting with international news agencies in Russia on Wednesday. Putin spoke on a range of matters, including what he called a resolution for the war in Ukraine and the recent hostilities between Israel and Iran. The Russian leader said that if his German counterpart were to call and wanted to speak, he would take that call. However, Putin said that he does not view Germany as neutral regarding Russia's war in Ukraine, which Russia refers to as a special operation. He said that Germany is on Ukraine's side, supplying tanks to the country and thus participating in the hostilities, and is therefore not a mediator. So what? If that's going to be Putin's line for a mediator, then I think it'll be hard to come by, especially in any near the Western world. Even Turkey, who has been the mediator so far, is supplying military aid to Ukraine. So yeah, that's going to be a big challenge if that's his line in the sand. But this just appears to be the continuation of Putin's attempts to delay any forms of negotiation and just keep this conflict going while appeasing Trump's push for peace. However, with Trump distracted in Iran, it's possible that Putin is now thinking about a way out as he's starting to lose allies in the form of Iran. And they were basically the closest one who were helping. So it's possible that he's now feeling the pain. And lastly, the United States announced on Wednesday that it would resume processing of visa applications from foreign students, but all applicants would now be required to make their social media accounts available for review. The State Department said that an applicant's failure to set their accounts to public, the lowest level of privacy settings, could be taken as a sign they're trying to hide their online activity. In an internal guidance sent to consular officers and cited by the Associated Press, the department said that it should be looking for any indications of hostility towards its citizens, culture, government institutions, or founding principles of the United States. The Trump administration last month temporarily halted the scheduling of new visa interviews for foreign students, leaving students around the world waiting anxiously for consulates to reopen appointments. So what? This seems, originally when I started reading this, I thought they wanted actual access to the social media accounts, but having access to what they're posting is an interesting way of going about it. However, if any international students do harbour resentment towards the United States before moving there to be a student, and they know they've posted it on social media, and now this guidance has come out, they'll likely just scrub it, as that's what any smart person would do. Alternately, they might make false accounts that they then present to the Department of State, allowing them to see these falsified accounts. So there's definitely not a great plan, but it is something. People's online media usage is a good way of understanding how they feel about a lot of topics. So yeah, I think a probably more effective way of doing this would have been not publicly announcing that you're going to do it, and then just using online intelligence tools to identify what information is out there. Most younger people have their accounts pretty public anyway, especially if they're talking about large political issues. So it's possible that that would have been a better way of actually identifying people who harbor resentment towards the United States. But yeah, thank you for listening to the Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you.